Hello students, welcome to all of you Shiksha 360. And in this session, basically we will discuss the module D, clear module D of LRB. Clear, basically it is one of the most scoring module of the subject. Clear, basically you will find that maximum questions, clear, you will find that 30 to 35 questions from the module B, 30 to 35 marks examination just from the single module, that is from the module D, clear. And all questions are very easily attemptable, clear, if you gone through the topics properly, clear. There are short topics that is of 4 to 5 pages or 2 to 3 pages. So we will cover all these topics in a proper sequence so that all of you are basically able to understand all these topics. And after that, basically we will discuss the MCQs, clear, of all these topics in a serial way so that you are able to answer the question in the examination, clear. If you go through the video very carefully, definitely you are able to answer the question. So let's start. So chapter number 49, that is basically it is related to the partnership, clear. Partnership meaning, clear, because in this session basically we will discuss the meaning of the partnership and the different types of the partnership, clear. Second one basically, and the different types of partnership. So let's start our discussion. First of all, basically we will discuss what is partnership and a little bit difference between the partnership and the company. So let's start our discussion. Sorry. So the Partnership Act lays down, the Partnership Act basically lays down the important provisions or guidelines relating to the partnership contracts. Clear, the Partnership Act basically lays down some important provisions basically relating to the partnership contract. Clear. However, the general principles of the Contract Act also continue to apply to the partnership contracts. Clear. They are saying that basically there are some specific provisions under the Partnership Act. Clear. Basically for what? Basically for the partnership contracts. Clear. However, the principles of the Contract Act, clear, there is a one different act, that is Contract Act. The principles or the guidelines of that contract, basically it is also applicable to the partnership contracts. Clear. So a business can be carried on by a single individual, by his own funds, or by two or more persons together. Clear. A simple business, it is to be carried by either by a single person, then it is known to be as a proprietary form. Proprietary. And if they are basically two or more, then it is said to be partnership. Just for the understanding purpose. Clear. So a business can be carried out by a single individual by using his own funds, or by two or more persons together. Clear. Or by two or more persons together, in which some of them basically would bring in money and some of them basically would use their business skills. Clear. In which basically what will happen, some of them basically would bring their money and some of them basically would use their business skills. Clear. And some of them basically would use their business skills. Clear. Further, if these are in the partnership, clear, so what they will do, basically they will share their profits also and losses also. Clear. Profit and loss both. Okay, so these persons agree to share the profits and losses. Clear. Basically these persons agree to share the profits and losses of their venture, and it amounts to a contract. Clear. And basically it amounts to a contract. Clear. So the rights and liabilities, clear, the rights and liabilities basically arising out such of a mode. Clear. The rights and liabilities arising out of such a mode of carrying on business, clear, basically are governed by the Partnership Act. Clear. The rights and liabilities basically arising out of such a mode of carrying on business basically are governed by the Partnership Act. Clear. Basically all the rules and regulations basically we have to follow as per the Partnership Act. Clear. Basically as per the Partnership Act. So next we have to discuss basically what is the meaning and the nature of the partnership. Clear. What is the meaning and the nature of the partnership? So first of all, basically we have to understand basically what is partnership. Partnership basically it is the relationship, or it is the relation basically between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business, carried on by all or any of them basically acting for all. Clear. Some basically we can say that sometimes basically what will happen, there are three partners in a firm. Out of them basically three partners, 1, 2, 3. Two are putting their capital not showing any interest. Clear? Basically, like we can see that like sleeping partners. Clear? Just they put their money in the form and they are not doing any work. Clear? This single person is doing the work. Clear? This is the meaning of that. Clear? So partnership basically it is a relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Persons who have entered into partnership, clear, generally persons who have entered into partnership with one another are called individually partners and collectively a firm. Clear? Basically, and collectively a firm. Like this is collectively called as a firm. And the name under which their business is carried out, it is called the firm's name. Clear? And the name basically under which their business is carried out, basically it is called the firm's name. Like we can say that there are three persons working under a specific firm. So they will name their firm that is ABC Private Limited. Not just simply we can say that like ABC. Clear? This is the name of the firm. Clear? So it depends upon that. So it must always be remembered that a partnership, it is not a separate legal entity like a company formed under the Companies Act 1956. Clear? Like basically company, basically it is a legal entity. Company, it is a legal entity. On the other hand, partnership firm, basically it is not like that. Clear? Partnership firm, it is not like that. What is the meaning of that? Let's try to understand. Clear? So let us try to understand basically the concept of a separate legal entity little more clearly, which is very important as this forms a basis for the difference between the company and the partnership. So let's try to understand. Like in the case of the company formed by the members who contribute the capital and start the business of the company. So basically, if there is any wrong happening in the company, clear? So all the members, we cannot say that. Basically, the company is responsible for that. Clear? So basically, who contribute the capital and start the business of the company. So the wrongful acts of the company are not the wrongful acts of the individual members of the company. Clear? The wrongful acts of the company basically are not the wrongful acts of the individual members of the company. So a member who is cheated by the company, a member who is cheated by the company cannot file a case against each and every member or even a single member of the company, saying that the members of the company have cheated him. Clear? If like we can say that there are five members of the company. Clear? If one member basically cheating others, clear? So we cannot say that basically they are filing case. Clear? Because overall, who is the responsible? That is company is responsible. Clear? Company is an entity that is responsible for that. Clear? So a company has its own separate existence. Clear? Basically, a company has its own separate existence, and the person who is cheated can claim damages basically from the funds of the company and not the pocket of the members basically forming the company. Clear? And not the pocket of the firms. Clear? Like we can say that if there are two members, four members in the company, but like A do fraud with the B. Clear? With respect to the company. Clear? Basically with respect to the company, A is doing the fraud with the B. So here the A basically claim their amount basically from the company. Clear? Basically from the company. This is the meaning of that. Clear? Basically this is the meaning of that. Clear? So a company has its own separate existence, and the person who is cheated can claim damages basically from the funds of the company. Clear? Basically can claim damages basically from the funds of the company and not from the pockets of the member basically forming the company. Clear? Not from the pockets basically forming the company. So this is regarding the company. And what will happen in the case of the partnership firm? Clear? And what will happen basically in the case of the partnership firm? Let's understand. So a partnership firm or a partnership, it is formed by the persons who have come together. Clear? Basically a partnership is formed by the person who have come together basically to carry on a business and share profits. Clear? Who have come together basically to carry on a business and share profits. However, if a particular partner basically cheats a customer, However, if a particular partner basically cheats a customer and runs away, say we can say that basically with the rupees 1 lakh, clear? So partnership basically it is formed by the persons who have come together basically to carry on a business and share their profits, clear? So if one partner basically cheats the other partner, clear, or cheats any customer of the firm, then the other partners, clear, in that case, basically in that case, the other partners are liable to pay, clear? Then the other partners basically have to pay for his misdeed, clear? And in fact, the customer can catch any single partner and demand to shell out the entire funds, clear? If the partnership firm, sometimes basically there are also conditions arises or basically situation arises that there is no fund in the partnership firm, clear? So they have to pay their from their personal funds, clear? Even if the partnership firm is left with no funds, the individual partners basically will have to pay the funds basically from their own pockets, clear? In that case, basically the individual partners basically will have to pay funds basically from their own pockets, clear? Basically from their own pockets, clear? So please remember all these things, clear? Please remember all these things regarding what is the basic difference between the firm and the, you can say that the partnership firm and the company, clear? Partnership firm and the company, clear? These types of question basically you will directly find in the examination, clear? Next basically, so hence from the above basically it can be seen that there is a difference between the company and the members forming the company, clear? Hence from the basically it can be seen that there is a difference basically between the company and the members forming the company, while the partnership it is clearly to be a group of persons who have joined together basically to do the business, clear? It is a group of persons basically who have joined together basically to do the business, clear? So the partnership firm and the partners are not separate from each other, clear? In the case of the partnership, basically the partnership firm and the partners are not separate from each other. On the other side, in the company, clear? Company, it is a separate legal entity and it's have its own existence, clear? And further, basically in the case of the partnership firm, the sharing of profits or returns arising from the property by the persons holding a common interest in that property does not mean that the persons have formed a partnership firm to carry on such business, clear? So the sharing of profits or returns arising from property by persons holding a common interest in that property, clear? Holding a common interest in that property does not mean that the persons have formed a partnership firm, clear, to carry on such business, clear? What is the meaning of that? Basically, we will able to understand from the example, clear? Basically given in the upcoming slide, clear? What is the meaning of that, clear? Wait 1 or 2 minutes, we will try to understand, clear? Basically with the help of example, clear? So if a payment to a person is dependent upon the earning of profit or varying with the profit earned by a business, or he is given a share of the profits, clear? Or he is given a share of the profits of the business, then simply this factor does not make that the person receiving such payment as a partner in the business, clear? So what is the meaning of that? Basically, if a payment, we can say that if we are giving a payment basically to a person and giving the payment basically depending upon the profit earned, clear? So it does not mean that the person is receiving the payment as a partner in the business, clear? As a partner in the business, clear? What is the meaning of that? So the receipt of a payment or share in profits of the business by a servant or agent as a remuneration, clear? Sometimes basically they can say that basically this is given in the form of the salary also, clear? Basically this is given in the form of the salary also. If the business is going well, so basically they will give you like a bonus also, clear? So basically that is basically known as the remuneration, clear? That is known as the remuneration, clear? Hence, to summarize the essentials of a partnership basically it is the result of an agreement, clear? Basically there is an agreement between the person joining together basically to do some lawful business, clear? Basically joining together basically to do some lawful business, clear? So it is an agreement, clear? It is an agreement, and basically sometimes basically there is also the registration of the partnership firm, clear? And sometimes basically there is also the registration of the partnership firm basically between the partners, clear? So that they can do their business properly, clear? So that they can do their business properly, clear? So next one, little bit more regarding the partnership. So the contract between the partners, clear? In the partnership firm, the contract basically between the partners, it may be oral or written, clear? It may be oral or written. So the partnership basically must be formed to carry on some lawful business, clear? Basically why partnership firm is to be formed? The partnership firm basically must be formed to carry on some lawful business, clear, basically to carry on some lawful business, clear, and the business must be carried out, clear, basically if they are forming a partnership basically for any business, so the business basically must be carried on to earn and share the profits and the returns of the business, clear, the business must be carried on to earn and share the profits and the returns of the business, clear. Like I think all of you remember the basically partnership based question in quant for IBPS PO, I think IBPS examination or SPA for any other examination, clear. I think all of you have gone through the partnership question, clear. So they are the same thing here, clear. So the business must be carried on basically to earn and share the profits and the returns of the business, clear. There must be a mutual relation of agency between the partners. This means that any partner basically basically bind all the partners of the firm, clear. So if any person basically doing anything, so it means that basically they are bind all the partners basically related to that thing, clear. That is the partner. If any partner is doing any work, so basically it affects the other also, clear. Basically it affects the other also, clear. So this is the meaning of the business basically carried on by all or any of them basically acting for all basically in the definition of the partnership, clear. This is the meaning of basically meaning of business carried on by all or any of them acting for all, clear, or any of them basically acting for all in the definition of partnership, clear, basically in the definition of a partnership, clear. So these are the some important points regarding the partnership, and I request to all of you, please remember all these things, clear, please remember all these things, because when we will discuss MCQs, clear, because when we will discuss MCQs, all these points basically will be formed in the form of the question. Next, basically to understand the partnership, let's understand basically go through with the two examples. Like here, basically A and B buy 10 boxes of mangoes, clear. A and B buy 10 boxes of mangoes, agreeing to equally share the mangoes basically for personal consumption, clear. Like A will take 5, B will take 5 for personally consumption and pay the purchase price thereof, clear, and pay the purchase price thereof, clear. Like we can say that one box is rupees 100, so 500 this person pay, 500 this person. However, so this basically for the personal consumption, clear. This is not, we can say that basically this is a partnership, clear. Here basically if A and B are buying, so this is not a partnership, clear. If they will use this for the business, however, if they further agree to sell some mangoes and share the profits from the sale, then it is called a partnership, clear. This thing basically it is means to be partnership basically when if they further agree to sell these mangoes, clear, basically. However, if they further agree to sell some mangoes and share the profits from the sale, clear, and share the profits from the sale, then it is called as a partnership, clear. Basically in that case basically it is called as a partnership, clear. Next one case more, let's try to understand second point. A and B are joint owners of a car, clear. Basically A and B are joint owners of a car, or we can say that they are basically taking a or purchasing a car basically on the name of the firm. Then we cannot say that basically it is a partnership, clear. It is not a partnership. However, if they decide to give it on hire and share the rentals, clear, basically if they basically use that car basically for the taxi purpose, clear, for the taxi purpose, clear, or they decide to give it on hire and share the rentals, clear, and share the rentals, then it is a partnership between the two, clear. Then in that case basically it is a partnership between the two, clear. Then in that case basically it is a partnership between the two, clear. So this is the meaning of the partnership. Hope all of you are able to understand what is the meaning of the partnership, clear. Now move to the last one basically of our today's discussion. Like what are the different types of the partnership, clear. This is the last point basically which we have to discuss in our today's session. Different types of the partnership, clear. First one is a partnership at will. Second one is basically partnership for a fixed period, or third one is a particular partnership, clear. Third one here basically that is a particular partnership, clear. So let's understand all these points one by one. So partnership at will, where no provision is made, clear. Partnership at will, that is basically due to the mutual understanding, clear. So partnership at will basically it means that where no provision is made by a contract between the partners basically for the duration of their partnership. Clear? Partnership at will basically it means that where no provision is made by a contract. Clear? Basically where no provision is made by a contract between the partners for the duration of their partnership or for the termination. Clear? That is the termination or end of the partnership. Clear? So that partnership basically it is known as a partnership at will. Clear? So that type of partnership basically it is known as the partnership at will. Further, a partnership at will, clear, further a partnership at will can be dissolved by any partner. Clear, a partnership at will basically can be dissolved by any partner by giving notice in writing. Clear, a partnership at will can be dissolved by any partner by giving notice in writing to all the other partners of his intention to dissolve the firm. So the firm, basically after giving notice to the other partner, the firm gets dissolved from the date mentioned in the notice as the date of dissolution. And if no date is mentioned, the firm gets dissolved from the date of the commencement of the notice. Clear? So if there is any date mentioned, so basically from that date, the firms get dissolution. And if there is not any date is to be mentioned, so basically from the date of the notice, the firm is to be considered as the dissolved. Clear? The firm is to be considered as the dissolved. Clear? So please remember both these points. Clear? So this is the partnership at will. In the paper directly, basically you will find that basically how many types of the partnership. Clear? Like 0.5 mark question, basically you will find that how many types of the partnership. Just basically we have to give the answer, that is there are three types of the partnership. Now move to the next point. Partnership basically for a fixed period. Clear? For a fixed period. So basically when two or more persons basically enter into partnership agreement for a fixed period of time, that it is known as the partnership basically for a fixed term. Clear? When two or more persons basically entered into a partnership agreement for a fixed period of time, then it is known to be as a partnership for a fixed term. In such a case, when the fixed period of the partnership is over, clear, like we can say that basically for 7 months, for 9 months, or basically for 1 year. Like basically you are basically in a coaching institute. Clear? Basically there are 3 teachers. Clear? So basically they are in a partnership. That basically up to 2 years, basically we are in a partnership form. Clear? For running this institution. Clear? After that, basically agreement basically for 2 years they will get resolved. Clear? So in such a case, basically when the fixed period of a partnership is over, it comes to an end. Clear? Basically in such a case, basically when the fixed period of partnership is over, it comes to an end. However, the partners basically can continue to carry on the business. Clear? However, the partners basically can continue to carry on the business basically after the fixed period. Clear? It depends upon them. In such a case, this partnership will not work. That is basically partnership at will. Clear? In that case, the mutual rights and duties basically remain absolutely unaffected. And the partnership basically it is automatically transferred into a partnership at will. Clear? And the partnership basically converted into a partnership at will. Clear? From the partnership for a fixed period, basically it will converted into the partnership at will. Clear? Because the agreement is to be complete over now. Clear? Because the agreement is to be complete over now. Okay. So please remember these points. Clear? So please remember these points. Basically, what is the basic difference? Now, last one, that is a particular partnership. Clear? Last point, basically, which we have to understand is that is a particular partnership. Clear? Such a partnership is entered into. Clear? Basically, for completing a particular job or assignment. Clear? Particular partnership, it is basically for what? Basically, such partnership basically it is entered into for completing a particular job or assignment taken up by 2 or more persons jointly. Clear? Such partnership basically is entered into for completing a particular job or assignment taken up by 2 or more persons jointly and to share the profits arising from there. Sorry. Clear? Jointly and to share the profits basically arising therefrom. Hence, a person basically may become a partner with another partner in particularly adventures or undertaking. Clear? Basically for a specific work or for a specific job, basically they comes into an agreement that is basically known as the particular partnership. Clear? That is basically known as the particular partnership. Clear? So in this session, basically we have to discuss up to this much point. In the next session, basically we have to discuss regarding the registration of the firm and what are the general duties of the firm. Clear? So all these things basically we have to discuss in the next session. So thanks to all of you for joining this session, and I request to all of you, please share this video with your friends also, so that maximum to maximum students gain the benefit of these classes. So thanks to all of you.